Donald Trump issued the UK with a blistering ultimatum. There will be no free trade without free speech, as he also slapped the UK with 10% tariffs. Now, it comes after Vice President JD Vance also previously raised concerns about free speech in the UK. Joining me now is Sky News contributor and GB News host Emily Carver. Emily, good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Was Trump right to call out free speech in Britain?
Absolutely. We really do have a free speech issue in this country, despite what our Prime Minister might claim. Yes, Keir Starmer says, no, absolutely, everything's fine in this country. Everyone can say what they like. There's no fear of imprisonment if you say the wrong thing, but there absolutely is. Now, one case in particular that the White House seems to be particularly enraged about is the case of Livia Tosici-Bolt. Now, she's an anti-abortion activist, and she was prosecuted for holding a sign near an abortion clinic that read "Here to talk if you want." So we don't know whether she'll be sentenced yet. We don't know the outcome, but just the fact that she was prosecuted for this is clearly an issue for the American administration. But, you know, in general, I'd be wary of America getting too involved in our domestic policy here in Britain. But I mean, I think it's beyond doubt that we have an issue. We've banged up people for offensive social media posts. We have police turn up at people's doors for private WhatsApp exchanges. We've had a teacher in hiding for years now for showing the Prophet Muhammad in a religious studies class at a school in Yorkshire. We have online safety laws that require platforms to remove harmful content, whatever that is. We have hate speech laws that are totally subjective. So yes, I think it is absolutely fair enough for the Americans to pick up on this point.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like it's a real mess over there when it comes to free speech. Now, the new Netflix drama Adolescence will be shown in schools across the UK after Keir Starmer claimed that there was a need to tackle an emerging and growing problem raised by the series, that is apparently the impact of toxic masculinity on teenage boys. In fact, he claims it's the cause of violent crime in the UK.
What can we do as a society to stop and prevent young boys being dragged into this whirlpool of hatred and misogyny?
Emily, you know, you've got Pakistani rape gangs over there and all sorts of other violence and issues. Are misogynistic young boys seriously to blame?
This is just the most wonderful distraction for our political elite, isn't it? Our political establishment. Perfect for the Prime Minister to jump on the bandwagon. I mean, the obsession with this Netflix drama series, and it's not a documentary, despite what Keir Starmer continues to say, is just insane. It's creating some kind of moral panic about working class boys in this country. But we don't really have a pandemic, Danica, of weedy little white boys stabbing girls, stabbing their classmates. It's just not really happening. So not only does Keir Starmer keep calling it a documentary when it is very loosely based on a rather different case, he's held a roundtable in Parliament to discuss the series, including with the creators, because apparently they have some great insight to impart on us on how to make sure our young boys don't become misogynistic incels. He's also promoting an initiative to show the series in every secondary school up and down the land. You've also got the Conservative Party leader now, Kemi Badenoch, being chastised by the media for daring not to have watched the programme herself. And now you've even got the counter-terrorism police sending out press statements, sending out press releases, calling on all parents to check that your sons aren't raging misogynistic incels because of this series. I mean, it's just mad. We have bigger fish to fry in this country. As you say, we have rape gangs, grooming gangs up and down this country. We have fatherless homes. We have a lack of male role models. And this is what Keir Starmer is telling all schools to show. I wonder if he'd show a documentary up and down this country about grooming gangs.
I highly doubt it. You're right. I think this is a perfect distraction. Emily, let's pivot to the royals, because Prince Harry has broken his silence now amid the bullying and harassment allegations levelled at his charity. What has he said?
Yeah, it's never a quiet day for Prince Harry, is it? He's very much fallen out with the boss of his beloved charity, Centre Barley. They're both blaming each other for the scandal that's currently engulfing it, both blaming each other for the general mismanagement, really. So, yes, he's spoken out. He says this is all because there's been an investigation now launched into the charity by the Charity Commission, which is quite a powerful quango in this country. He's calling out the blatant lies coming from the chairwoman. He's saying that the truth will come out as to why he resigned from the charity. I mean, we've seen the chairwoman, Sophie Chandauka, being very vocal in the media, accusing Harry of all sorts of bullying, of harassment. We've even heard talk of claims of racism as well. I would say, I don't know about you, Danica, but it looks as though all parties in this are coming out very badly indeed. But the fact that the Charity Commission is now getting involved, launching this investigation into his beloved charity, this is a charity that he set up in honour of his mother, Diana, is pretty bleak for Prince Harry. Meanwhile, Meghan is launching her little honey and jam shop.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, look, I just think it's been another bad week for the Sussexes. But hey, what's new? Emily Carver, good to see you. Nice to catch up. Thanks so much for joining me on the show this evening.